Hey guys, so next up we're taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Titan class tidal wave. This is the first Titan I have gotten around the time of release. So there you go. Box art's really cool. You know, he's in the water. Looks like a bunch of Autobots are attacking him. He's shooting stuff. It's really neat. Dark Fleet over here, Armada Universe Tidal Wave, Legacy United, Transformers, Generations. Top of the box, just the Legacy United. Side of the box, there's Armada Galvatron. The Legacy United picture. On the back of the box, there's Tidal Wave as base mode, him combining with Galvatron, and all that fun stuff. So now, here get him, big boy. Not my dog, I meant Tidal Wave. Here he is. And I'm gonna say this right off the bat. I like how the original Armada toy was green. In America, anyway, it was green. And, that was just wrong. So I like how he's purple. I like how he is correctly colored. And he looks fantastic in his, battleship mode. He looks amazing, and he rolls fairly decently. These pieces right here are all separate. And there's two on the back, which we'll get to later. Those are all separate pieces, but he's a big, old battleship. Yeah. Yeah, but I like how he's giant, he's huge. But he is the smallest Titan that I own. Because I only have 4. I have Black Zarek, Cybertron Metroplex, Fortress Maximus, and him, and he is definitely the smallest. So, make of that what you will. But to transform him into the Dark Fleet, because that's what we're going to do first, we're going to separate all of that. Pull this up. Then we'll disconnect from there. And that piece, this is all set. So now fold these pieces up. And then fold this piece back down. And connect these two. Like that. Fold those pieces up. Then let's get them all into frame here. And we have the Dark Fleet, which I only ever remember being in Armada when he combined with Megatron / Galvatron. But there you go. There we have the Dark Fleet. And they look really neat. This one's cool. This one's my favorite. This one has some issues, so he doesn't stay together all that well, unfortunately. But yeah, like you gotta. This is really more for you put it down and you don't really mess with it again. I honestly don't even see a way you can like jerry rig a piece to hold it together unless you somehow get a piece that connects there and there. But or maybe even something that just connects right up there. I don't know. I don't know how you'd make it stay together better, but it is what it is. Next up is the base mode. Not a big fan of this one, but, you know, we're here. So these pieces are going to come off, and I'll talk more about these later. Take those pieces off, separate this, flip this up, rotate these out. Now's a good time to talk about this, too, while we're here. There has been mentions of the ratchets in his knees exploding. Mine seems to be okay. But what you can do is unscrew it and cut the spring, and that should help. Mine seems to be okay. So I'm not going to worry about it too much, and honestly, after this review, I'm not going to transform him so much. But here we are. We'll get these pieces out of the way. We'll focus on this guy next. So disconnect this piece once again. We're going to fold these out to about here. And then we'll reconnect the legs, because these are obviously going to be Tidal Wave Robots' legs. fold these like that. This might be really hard to film, but we'll make it work. So, fold this back, and it'll clip in right there. He's honestly not that hard of a transformation. He's just big. Now this piece, we're going to fold Tidal Wave's head right back there. I'll show you more about that when we get to roller mode. But I'm going to turn this around. His head's like this normally. Turn it like that. There's a little post or a little tab right there. It'll go into a post on the back of his head. There you go. And now let's pull all of these guns off. We'll reconnect them momentarily. So now let's fold, split. And then we got to get another piece out of his back. And then take these pieces off the top. All right, so we're going to connect this back there, flip that, and then flip it up. Do the same thing on this side. Now we're going to start connecting. Actually, no, we're going to straighten these pieces out. I'll show this better off later on the next one, but so you want to make sure you just get these pieces lined up. It's a bit tricky. You'll make it work with this one. Rotate the tab out, and that'll plug in over here. This piece will tap in right under the leg. There. This will plug in up top. These, you got to get these ports out. Fold the wing in. Port out, fold the wing in, and plug it in right there. Then just start plugging the guns in. Rotate it so you can see the rest. Gun. And there's Tidal Wave's base mode. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't think he needed a base mode. I would have rather had this engineering gone into making him not a parts former. Because the original toy, to go from robot to battleship, you didn't need the parts form. So I wish this guy didn't have the parts form either, but it is what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I think it's kind of dumb. But what can you do? But let's get him all set back up. To be in robot mode. So we're gonna straighten out the legs here. Pull this piece up, pull this piece up. And then we'll flip the heels out and we'll stand him. Flip that, plug that back in. Right there. Same thing on this side, and we'll raise the camera. Not high enough. All right. All right, let's find something else to stand this on. That'll do. I didn't realize the camera cut off, but anyway, you got to make sure you get this flipped down like that. Then plug the guns in. rotate his arms, rotate these, rotate, rotate. Let's put him back together now. If we will turn this around, flip, flip, and this piece will connect. Not there, actually, yeah, there. There we go. Where the hell's the other one? Did I lose one? Oh no! This piece will go into his back, flip the head around, and that's essentially his robot mode. I don't know where the other piece went. I found it. It fell on the floor. Okay. But while I plug this in, we'll talk about the robot mode, which is big. He's very big. And he is impressive. He's an impressive piece. For sure. I personally am more inclined to enjoy figures like Black Zarek. I personally prefer. I don't think this guy's bad by any means, but I like Black Zarek a bit more. And I like Cybertron Metroplex a bit more as well. I like him more than Fortress Maximus. I don't know if you caught me on camera there. I'm going to grab something. But you know, you like what you like. Now let's see if this will work. Yeah, we can make that work. Cool. So, I just got Missing Links trailer, and now he's saying I thought Missing Links trailer. But regardless, he's pretty neat. So, articulation-wise, his head is on a full 360. Can look up and down. Rotation at the shoulder. In and out. Butterfly joint. Kind of disconnects, but he does sort of have one. Elbow. Turn there. He sort of has a hand rotation. Sort of. His fingers open and close. If you separate all of this, does it have a waist swivel? Legs can go back, can go forward. You can pull the legs off, in and out. He's got the knee, but just be careful with that. I was mentioning you earlier, and he's got ankle tilts. So he's got the standardized articulation you expect from modern day Transformers. And he's pretty neat. The only thing about him I don't really care for, and this is just a me thing. You might not be bothered by this. I am. Well, I don't also like that. That's just hanging on the back. But I don't like how he's a parts former. I don't. I personally would rather have, because he has separated into Dark Fleet, and that's fine. But I'd rather have the robot, the battleship mode, be seamless rather than parts for me. Maybe I'm asking for too much, but that's just what I personally would like. But he has one more feature. That involves Armada Megatron down here. Yep. So, we're going to take these pieces off. Open up his legs, and there's these other pieces right in here. Take those pieces from the hand off again. And then take this piece out of the back. We'll just put him to the side. And now we're going to focus in on Megatron here. So, first thing we're going to do is these pieces actually, no, before we do that, let's just show off, because there is a mini Dark Fleet mode. So if you plug these together, and then you plug these in, There you go. We're going to transform this guy back just like we did for the base mode. It's the exact same transformation. There we go. Boom. And this one, just rotate these up. And now we have a mini Dark Fleet right there. But now these combine with him, just like in the show. So we're going to transform him into his Super Megatron mode. It's been happening a lot on mine lately. And I will show this off again when Galvatron comes out, but I don't have Galvatron yet. I don't think anybody does. So we're going to pull these pieces off. And these are going to plug into the bottom of his feet. Now, split this apart, flip these out, and flip that tab out. Plug these in. Make sure you get these tabs out. And they're going to plug into his back and the two holes on his shoulders. Which is not how it worked on the original toy, because it would just clip onto his back, but it is what it is. It works just fine. And then this will plug in right here. And this will plug in right there. And there you have Burning Megatron. Now, if you want to be more accurate to how it originally worked, you can still plug these directly into his arms. And in fact, I almost prefer that, except you can't really hold it very well. So officially they go on the shoulders, which is not how it worked in the original toy, but here we are. You know, it's Burning Megatron. It was never the best combination ever. It was very strange. And it was almost just they did it because Optimus had one, so Megatron needed one. That's just kind of how it felt. But, you know, it works. It is what it is. I'm glad they still found a way to incorporate it, despite the obvious size difference between the two. I'm glad they made it work. But, you know, it's a thing you could do. I don't display him as Burning Megatron. I may display Galvatron as Burning Galvatron, just to differentiate them a little bit, because I'm someone who likes Megatron more than Galvatron. So to make them a little different, I might display him as Burning Galvatron. We'll see. But let's get Tidal Wave back in frame here, and we'll talk over our final thoughts. I think he's really cool. He's not my favorite Legacy United figure. That still goes to Magmatron. And he's not even my favorite Titan. I got two more that I like more than him. But that doesn't mean he's bad by any means. He's not. If you're an Armada fan, like I am, or rather I grew up with it, really. I don't know if I necessarily think it's a good show, but it's subjective. I do quite like him. He's definitely the best Tidal Wave we've gotten. I'm wondering if they're going to repaint him as the toy-accurate version, you know, or the one from the Armada game, depending on where you grew up with Armada. Or if they're going to do an Energon repaint. That would be kind of neat. I never had Energon Tidal Wave, so I might be inclined to pick that up. We'll see. But personally, I think he's a pretty cool figure. Like I said, I still think Magmatron is my favorite Legacy United figure overall. because I have a really soft spot for commander classes. But Tidal Wave's neat. He's up there. He's in my top 5 for Legacy United. I don't think he's my favorite, but he's cool. I would definitely recommend him if you're an Armada fan. If you like big robots, it's right up your alley. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry if you saw me shirtless back there. I might try to cut that out. But have a good one. Take care.